nonprofit world, it is such a challenge to keep up with what appears to be an infinite demand on services and a very limited supply of resources. And leadership is one of the bridges to cross that gap.
The mission of the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation is to improve health and healthcare in the U.S. And we know the only way we can do that is if we have strong leaders within communities, especially within communities where the most vulnerable reside.
The Ladder to Leadership program is a 16-month fellowship that is intended to improve the leadership ability of community health nonprofit leaders across the country.
We're interested in the Center for Creative Leadership because they approach leadership in creative and innovative ways.
Everything we do at the Center for Creative Leadership is very applied, so we give them ways to apply what they've learned in the classroom to the work they're doing every day, as well as the work that we're asking them to do in teams in the community.
The idea behind our team was that we wanted to be able to pull the energy stored underground in the seeds, or in the community members, if you will, to be able to take that energy and pull it up into the sunlight.
The action learning process is intended to teach them how to come together with 5 or 6 different people from different organizations with different agendas, different perspectives, different ways of going about solving a problem, and having them figure out, well, how can we find a shared way that we can all get to the goal we see that's important for the community, and not let our individual agendas and differences get in the way, but instead work for us.
In the 16 months I've been with Ladder to Leadership, a lot has changed about me personally and about the community that my action learning team was able to impact.
We really wanted to have an opportunity to develop leaders among the Cooper Green community.
Getting to know the county systems of public health and the recipients of the public health services and come together at a table has been invaluable and has helped my organization and others connected through the action learning process in our cohort to develop collaborative grants that are based on initiatives.
Rachel has certainly found it much easier to say, this is part of my job, this is who I am, and this is how I can support the organization.
I've become more decisive and a better communicator, and I have become insistent in my organization about the value and use of reflection and feedback. Consequently, the communication skills among the staff at my organization has improved exponentially.
We give them lots of tools for how to work collaboratively with other people and how to overcome conflict and honor different perspectives, so they find a shared perspective that's even greater than any individual perspective alone.
Working in our action learning team with 4 other people from different organizations with different agendas, different challenges, different skills, I think it was really parallel to what was going on within my own organization across departments.
The team was safe. We built a trust. We have had these relationships for 16 months, and I could try out new things or see if that worked, or just say, can I have some feedback on that? Did I handle that okay? Because you know I'm working on this.
I was able to take those skills that I developed in working in the action learning team and really apply them in my day-to-day work.
What we've asked them to do in this fellowship is take a pretty large, complex challenge and figure out, just from kind of a label of that challenge, what to do together to affect change.
We have seen in the past that there are websites alone, or there are programs that are text messaging alone.
We developed an interactive website and cell phone text messaging platform to disseminate health information. Collaboration is the only way that you can make a change and an impact to transform society.
We just heard that we will be getting funding.
When you know more about yourself, you are able to address those things that are not working that well, to understand others better, and that to me has been really useful.
The training really improved her sense of how she can be more effective in her communications and her listening, and in developing the relationships that she needs to develop to get our programs completed.
The ability to bring people together, the ability to understand complex systems and to work within those systems to achieve real meaningful results. So I think that was the biggest change that I was given.
I think one of the things they've learned is that real collaborative relationships take trust, and that trust takes time, and you have to be intentional about building those kind of trusting relationships.
We as a team We developed trust. We had to learn to trust each other. And
I think before I have a tendency to kind of talk first and listen second. And so I think I've really learned the value of listening and hearing what other people have to say and making sure that they feel like they've been heard.
I started paying attention to the development of my staff. When I think about development and leadership, I've sort of held myself out, well, I'm the executive director, I'm the leader, I'm the captain of the boat, and really have not, I think I'm a good boss and a fair boss, but I haven't really done anything proactively to sort of develop the staff below me. So that was a real important insight for me.
Going through the program, I learned that feedback is key. That feedback is going to help that person grow, and if I want to be an effective leader, part of my role is to help that person take the next step so they can develop, so they can move on. And me providing feedback, both positive and negative, because for a long time I thought just negative feedback. And so one of the things we learned about was, catching someone doing something good and making sure to share that.
On a day-to-day level, the increase in her self-confidence and leadership skills and listening skills and cooperation within the organization, we're benefiting from immediately.
One of the greatest things I've seen over time is the fellows really develop not only their own network by being in this process together, but develop the skills to do that in perpetuity.
I've established an incredible network already, just from the cohorts in my group. But now, it's not enough to just establish that. You've got to work to maintain those relationships, and so that's one of the things I've learned.
As Kathy gets out into the community, represents the good work of the organization, I think we'll see more people interested in being involved and being a party to what it is we're trying to do.
Leadership development is often done in short little seminars. And people can go to a conference or go to a workshop or a seminar and come back with some good ideas. But if you really want to create long-lasting, sustainable behavioral change, it takes time to do that, and real investment in time, and in this case, investment in doing real work together as a way to apply what you're learning. And there was no way to shortcut that and achieve the outcomes we wanted. So the 16-month time frame in the design has really enabled them to get some amazing work done in the community, and then take everything we've taught them along the way and have a live laboratory in which to apply that.
In the long term, we hope that we are training and supporting leaders who can not only run these organizations, but who can be more systems-wide thinkers, who can collaborate effectively with others, and who can really think outside of the box and address these pressing challenges in new and innovative ways.
Today we celebrate what each of you in the program has accomplished over the past 16 months, as you've devoted yourself to reaching a new level of leadership. It's been a demanding process. You've committed not only to the program and to your Action Learning Group in particular, but you've also made a genuine commitment to yourself.
One and only Reinhart. Instead of people thinking, Rachel's a good public speaker, Rachel's a good teacher, she can grant write. Now, I'm using those skills to help bring people together and develop those in other people. That's made me a much stronger, more effective leader.
I am confident that I have these skills, and if there's something I forget, I have the resources through the Center for Creative Leadership, the 20 other members of this cohort. I now know that it's there, and I can now take that step forward to be a leader.
I needed new tools, I needed new strength, I needed new and innovative ways of bringing this center to our next level and not just staying there where we had started. And this program has definitely made that happen.
I believe with her increase in confidence, with improve in communications, with getting her to make better judgment in other relations, it's gonna actually impact our center.
I don't see any other way that we all would have come together, learn what we have, and accomplish what we have without the Ladder to Leadership program.